Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf and I'm here with Lockwood Barr. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so excited. Day two, like
Yes.
everything's, it's only going to get better from here.
Yes,
So.
and we're talking about CMA Fest for those of you who are watching later. I saw a fun picture of you and Ricky Skaggs yesterday. Tell me about that.
My goodness. That's the thing about CMA Festival. It's like homecoming for Nashville and the country music scene. And so, we were just both walking around with our artist passes, getting ready to wrap up the day, and he was standing there jamming with his band, and we ended up talking. I had to hold back tears.
Oh.
My dad raised me on old school bluegrass and country, and so he was definitely one of the icons. And so we ended up having this conversation about how I play my dad's banjo and how he got started. And he was so kind, and he was like, "Well, you're here. You must be doing something right. Like tell your dad that I wish him the best with the banjo." I mean, just a kind,
so sweet.
such a kind soul. And what I loved was that they had actually already played their show, sort of a backstage setup, but they were just jamming because they were having fun. And I think that's such an important thing to remember is that, we're here because we love to do it, and we're so glad that the fans come out to, because it's we'd be sitting around jamming regardless, as evidenced by Ricky Skaggs hanging out with his friends. And so that was just such a humanizing moment. And God, I was like, what a powerful way to end the first day. I was like, oh, CMA Fest, let's go.
Yes, and when I saw that, I was like, I wanted to talk to you about that right out of the gate because you were so genuinely happy, and you could see it in the picture, but in your post, it was like one of those moments where I thought, man, this had to have been one of the best moments ever to start out your CMA Fest. Like, how great is that?
And it was totally humbling too, because like I had, people coming up who have known me since my first year in CMA Fest. I just had a fan on Twitter today say, like, I've been listening to Forgotten How to Cry and Repeat, and I'm just counting down to meet Lockwood and all this stuff. And so then it was humbling to turn around at the end of the day and need to do that same thing to Ricky. It's like I'd been hugging people all day, and then I was standing there asking him for a hug. And so, yeah, it was magic.
And I love that, and I love that you say that too, because it's important for the fans to realize that how they feel about you, you feel about others. You are all human beings,
And that's the power of art. It helps us connect to people. And, at the end of the day, I have artists that keep me going just as I might keep someone else going. And there's no one that's above anyone else. It's art, and it's powerful. So.
Absolutely. And I got that way with Eddie Stubbs at the Opry the night Ricky Skaggs was actually there. And and I had my moment with Eddie Stubbs, and he made me cry. But it was one of those things where it was like, you've been such an inspiration, and to be able to sit here and talk to you right now is huge. So, and I'm sure, because Eddie told me how much that meant to him, I'm sure Ricky went home and just was like, wow, this is still amazing, you know, and I think that was good what you did for him, and and it's just going to keep going, and and I'm sure he thought about all those who inspired him too, and really thought about it, and that's great, and for you to be able to continue to make music too that you were introduced with, right, with your dad, and you're getting to continue to make music for fans and do what you want for you. And pardon me while my clothes try to jump off my shoulder here.
Still early in the morning.
I know.
We're only one
and
cup of coffee.
My clothes
in.
are already like, no, we're done. No. And speaking of clothes, oh my God, the cutest earrings. You guys look at these earrings that she's got on.
Okay, these are handmade by this delightful woman, Mary, who's from here in Nashville, and her booth is Cowboys and Angels, and they're right in the middle of the marketplace. I actually have some of her cards at my booth for when you come say hi. And so we got into this long conversation because I am giving away a pair of Durango boots. Durango's helping me sponsor an event, so all you have to do is spell out your name. Like, there's no money or anything involved. You just show up and say, hi, I love Durango. And so she saw my American flag Durango boots and said, oh, I make jewelry like that. And so she's so cute. And I always love anything local and sort of that grassroots thing. So everyone go see Mary.
Absolutely.
Tell her Lockwood sent you.
And be sure to stop by Durango Boots too.
Yes.
You have to. I have Durango Boots.
They're the best. I have 3 pairs. I wear them all the time.
They're amazing. And I do believe that you can also find them at Kohl's, just so you guys know. You can find Durango Boots at Kohl's now.
And by the way, anywhere in the world, like if we've had a bunch of international fans asking at the booth this week, well, I'm from Australia, can I enter my name? Yes. Yes, you
that's
can.
Great. That's awesome.
So.
Oh, I love that. All right, but let's get back to your music. You've had so many successful things going on. So tell us
been a
about
big
that.
year.
Because I can't even begin to pick down the list. So I want you to tell me what what you've been most proud of so far with your successes. I know you got a lot to choose from.
Yeah, well, I think it's particularly special to be back at CMA Festival because a lot of the special things that have happened in the past year in particular really started with my first year in CMA Festival a couple years back. I had begun working with Jars of Clay on my new record, and in 2015 we had just started recording it, and so the CMA fans helped sort of pick some of the songs and got really involved and started coming to shows and saying, well, is that one going to be on the record? So then we got to do a pre-release for the festival last year, and so we had physical copies that were nowhere else, just for the fans, and so we had people coming back saying, is this song on there? And I said, yeah, it is. We went back and recorded it, and now, like, here it is. Right. So then fast forward a year later, I received a Discovery Award from Music Row magazine. I got a Nashville Industry Music Award for Best Live Country Performer. And so there have been all these really amazing accolades that have come my way. And I just want to come back and say thank you to the CMA fans, because it all comes back to here 2 years ago. This is my third year now, and it's really remarkable to invite these fans who have been such an integral part of the journey. So I still have the record for sale. It's up on Spotify as well. And so I'm really grateful for the growth and to get to share that with people. And also a lot of highly emotional songs went onto this record. Forgotten How to Cry is one that fan was tweeting about today. And I'm so grateful to know that I can put my soul out there and it does touch people, and we get to have these connections.
Absolutely. And those connections make people realize they're not alone in what they feel. And sometimes people don't know how to express what they feel, and then when they hear a song like yours, it's just, that's it for them. So kudos to you. Is there anything else you want to tell everybody before we got to get going? I know you have a busy schedule.
Yes, come sign up for Durango. I'm playing the Wild Horse Saloon tomorrow, and I have tickets available at my booth. And yeah, keep tweeting, keep sending me info. I would love to meet you guys, and keep a lookout for Durango.
Awesome. All right. Well, you guys heard her. Check her out and visit her booth. Until next time, we'll see you soon.